something called group discussion. You know what group discussion is? What does it mean? Group discussion, 2 words.
We will discuss something in a group or some specific topic.
About a specific relevant topic which these people are aware of. Suppose I call Krishna and say, Krishna, let us have a discussion of the climate in Mars. Can you have a discussion on climate in Mars? What sort of scientific research can we do in the planet of Mars? Is that something that we can do a discussion on? Unfortunately, I am not aware of it. Krishna may be aware, so that might be a different thing. Are you an expert on Mars? Yes. Krishna is a budding scientist here, who has already been to Mars 5-6 times. जाके वहाँ पर कुछ करके आया हो? Want to come in? So we need to be aware of that subject, because we cannot talk about the subject unless we are aware of it. So if somebody asks you what are the problems you are facing here in this school, I'm sure many of you all will say, okay, there is a water problem, or there is whatever, there is sound problem which has got, or there is a solution for the sound problem. I'm sure it helps a lot. I mean, to me it is helping a lot, because the other day when I was trying to sit over there with Amit and the others, I was trying to shout at the top of my voice and still it was not audible. Okay. So the other day we were having a small group discussion. A group discussion, as the name suggests, involves a group. Okay. We should have people in numbers of how many? 1, 2, is that a group? What is a group?
More than 10.
3 or 4 also groups. You need not wait for 10. More than 10 becomes an unmanageable group. No, so it becomes a mass kind of. So if you have too many people and too many people are shouting on top of each other, nobody. Now this group needs to be an organized group. It cannot be one person saying, the other person shouting and threatening the other person, or trying to pull the other person down. If you are trying to say something, you can't threaten that other person. So you cannot intimidate. You know what an intimidation is? What is the meaning of intimidation? Anybody? You know what the meaning of intimidation? Intimidation. You know the meaning of timid? What is the meaning of timid?
Being fearful of something.
Being afraid of something. So when you intimidate somebody, you are trying to scare somebody. The moment if I come in from here and everybody is quiet and like you're not maintaining eye contact, that means there is something that you are fearful about, that you are afraid about, that you are not willing to open up. So in a group discussion, you should be able to speak and allow others to speak. Cover your mouth when you are. Important चीज बता सर, स्कूल में बहुत बड़ा प्रॉब्लम है. लेकिन next time will you be interested to come and tell me the problem?
No, sir.
So you got to sound and appear interested. So if you are sneezing, what should you do? Say मुंह पे sneeze करोगे क्या? आपको भी sneeze आएगा. हाँ मुंह पे करें. So you already cover it. It's the basic etiquette. The reason I'm telling you, sorry, I distracted from whatever other people observe you, they should know that these are things that you are being taught, either by your parents or your teachers. और तो पढ़ाने वाला नहीं है ना? हाँ. Speak up, bro. What's your name? Yeah. Vishwa? Vishwa, and you're from Kasmat, right? Kumada. Discussion. Now, discussion needs to be meaningful. It needs to begin in a proper way. It needs to come to a conclusion also. Not like random people talking about, the other day I was watching some reels. One guy says, अरे वो आदमी ना बिल्कुल बेकार है. हाँ बहुत अच्छा आदमी है. उसे ना बुलाए थे, वो आया ही नहीं. हाँ वो खाना खाने गया था. I mean, 2 people talking, none of them can listen actually. They are talking on 2 separate tracks. तो ये यहाँ से जो बोल रहा है tangent जा रहा है. You know what tangent is?
ऊपर जा रहा है.
हाँ तो ऊपर से पार हो जा रहा है, कोई रिलेशन ही नहीं है. So in order to have a communication, what Amit is saying, I need to understand, and what I am saying, Amit needs to understand. Whether Amit is agreeing with what I am saying or not, that is a different thing. It can be disagreeable. We may not agree with each other's views. For example, if there is a parliament discussion, you've seen a discussion in the parliament? There are different political parties, there are independent people also. Every person has their views because they are representing somebody from us. Okay? Now these people amongst themselves may agree, may disagree. Okay? But in order to come to a consensus, what is a consensus? Consensus. Huh?
Everybody agrees.
When more or less you come to a conclusion, a logical conclusion, that this is what we are going forward with agreement or with disagreement. Okay, for example, if a bill is proposed in the parliament and the bill can move ahead only if the majority मतलब तुमको पता है? हाँ? Shreya, you know the meaning of majority? No. Agree, we will move ahead. If Tapas suddenly stands up and says, "Sir, stop the class now," will we stop the class? If he says, then yes. So he has a veto power. Veto is a different thing concept altogether. Veto matlab there's an important announcement that Biswa sir needs to make, or Amit sir needs to make some very important announcement which all of us need to know. Then we'll stop. Okay. So good majority have to agree on it. Then the conclusion is taken forward in a meaningful manner. Now the other day I gave some random topics. Now one thing which all of you all have been experiencing here is a lot of online classes. Okay, Sakshi, you know the meaning of online classes? What is an online class? जो WhatsApp में होता है, यानी हम लोग क्लास में यहाँ आते हैं, एक लैपटॉप रखते हैं, एक लाइन बना भी प्रेजेंट हो रही है. You know, for whatever reasons, is unable to come here, unable to join over here with us, and therefore we are doing online classes. Because what is the other option? The other option is to wait for that person to come here. So what do you think are the benefits? Let's divide the class on two sides. Okay? This side speaks about the benefits, and this side speaks about the disadvantages of online classes. Okay? Before you raise your hand, and then we will talk in an organized way. We will not like suddenly start on both sides and end up with Amit getting a box over here. Krishna ka shirt ka pocket padi hai. Who was your leader? Surya? Stand up and you will say that, "Hello everyone, my name is Amit. I want to propose this new concept of starting online classes because we've been having regular sessions and we've been able to interact with many distinguished guests who are from different places, different cities, different countries also. And I think that these are the benefits of it. Can we continue with this?" Okay, so this is step one. Step two, who's your representative here? Umesh. Umesh, you will say without any disrespect to Amit, "Thank you, Amit, for proposing this new idea. This is something new for sure. However, we think we are still not ready for it." I'm just giving you some idea. You need not say exactly the same thing. We may not have the infrastructure. When somebody is standing and talking to us in front of us, we can easily interact with that person. However, in these kind of sessions, a certain portion of the information is getting lost. Because either the clarity is not there in the sound, or the volume is not appropriate, or there is a lag in the connection. In the sense, the person is saying something and we are hearing after a few seconds, and thereby the communication is getting broken down. So Amit, I appreciate that you are proposing something new. However, I think we should continue with our normal classes. Maybe about a month or two later, we can reconsider this, or we can rethink this. Okay? In a very, how do I say, very polite manner, we will interact with each other. no aggression, proper, simple communication. We start with it? Ladies and lots of gentlemen, today we are going to discuss about this very important new topic as to whether we should have online sessions over here. I'm sure all of you all have had the opportunity to have attended some of these sessions, but I would want to learn from both this side and the other side as to what is your opinion. Over to you.
Amit, from standard 8, and I want to tell you about the importance of online classes. This is important for us because the persons who have knowledge, and not only knowledge about AI, everything that they can teach us, and they may not come here or they can't come here because they are from far from here for thousands of meters. But we need to take the knowledge from them and try to spread it out through our whole life.
Beautifully said, Amit. So from this side, do you agree with what Amit has said? Do you agree?
No, we cannot agree from this.
We will tell him to Amit.
Because online classes is the class that we get half of knowledge because some issues in a network or in a voice.
Say to repeat the answer again.
Brilliant. So you have a solution there. So if you cannot hear something, what should you say?
We can just try to repeat.
You can try and repeat. It might take a lot more effort, isn't it? I mean, what can happen in a single, communication may take a slightly longer period. But we can raise our hand. I mean, not always is it that we cannot hear or cannot understand what they are saying, right? So we can ask them to repeat. Would that be a workable solution, Umesh or Umashankar or anybody else? Is that solution going to be helpful to you? Shojit, Kuman? Suppose? I can't hear what he's saying unless you're telling only.
For us, but if we say a teacher that repeat it again, the teacher is irritated.
Okay, so what you're saying is once or twice we can repeat. But if you're asking the teacher to repeat repeatedly,
Yes.
then it becomes a problem. So then what you do is it becomes more polite to just say yes, we understood. Though you may not have understood it. But in a classroom, in an education institute, that should not be a situation. So as I said, you should never feel intimidated, neither by your teachers, nor by your fellow students, or seniors, or juniors, or anybody. So if you have an inquisitive mind, if there is curiosity about a certain subject, always feel free to raise your hand. If you are getting scared of the teacher, there's something wrong with the teacher, not with you. So keep asking this question again and again. Is that something which teaches that is a problem? I mean, if you have to ask a question 3 times, 4 times, or maybe during the course of a classroom, 3 to 4 times you have to raise your hand and say, can you please repeat? Do you think you will find it difficult?
It is for education. The sir or ma'am should not irritate.
Should not get irritated. And the way we ask a question also. Suppose the teacher is teaching. Ma'am, can you repeat? We did not understand. So it is the attitude also. Apologies, ma'am. I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm sorry, sir. We could not hear that part. Can you please explain that again? So it is your body language. It is your mannerisms. It is how you speak that it will impact. हो सकते हो motion सुनो say whatever you want. See, right now there is more silence in the class than participation. I want more participation. Whatever you feel like it. Go over, get up.
Sir, electricity problem
Electricity problem. So basically what he's saying is infrastructure. Infrastructure in the sense we should have the right bandwidth. I mean the bandwidth, right? I mean if there is not enough internet connection, that also might be a problem. If you do not have electricity problem, that could be a problem. But have you ever faced electricity problem here? No. So then, so think of things which you've actually faced here. There's a reason why you keep running up and down every time we have an online class, till the last class. What would you do? Specifically you would go out to get something. What was that? What did you go out to get? To relate to what I'm saying. Yes or no? हाँ? इसको हिंदी में अनुवाद करो, क्या पूछे तुमको? हाँ, ये please no, ना. What do you have to ask me? I asked him if he is able to relate to what I am asking or what I am teaching.
समझ पा रहे हो सर क्या तुम बोल रहे हो?
Relate करना मतलब क्या होता है? हाँ? Agree करना नहीं. If you are a relative, you are agreeable with me. Related मतलब?
एक दूसरे को समझना.
हाँ, कोई तरह के संपर्क कर रहे हो. तो हम संपर्क कर पा रहे हैं तुमसे. मान लो हम लोग फोन पे बात कर रहे हैं. हेलो कृष्णा. हाँ, वहां पे जो उस दिन क्या थे? हो गया क्या? क्या होगा? There's a problem with it, right? If I'm not able to connect with you, I'm not able to relate with you, then समझ नहीं आएगा. Let me sitting here. So how do we ensure that we are all participating? Who else? Aditya, you want to say something about online classes? Anything, whatever comes to your mind. बेझिझक बोलो. Whatever, Monu? You're thinking? You're thinking. Ranveer was sitting in the last bench. And with his height, obviously, he was not able to connect with the teacher. Okay. So he was sitting and one more person, I think Anshuman was sitting here also. Who was it? Anshuman was sitting. So yes, I mean that is a concern. All of you all should have realized that. Whoever is sitting in the last bench, maybe that person is not able to connect that much. For example, I think it was Moshimi ma'am who was there last time. She was reaching out to the last person at the back. I think Devjit was sitting at the back and Ashwan was sitting at the back. And she was asking them questions. So the reason, Krishna, you are sitting in an uncomfortable position is because I know somebody over there will think, मेरे को कौन पूछने वाला, तो चुपचाप यहाँ पे गायब हो गया. I'm invisible. I'm a hollow man. But that is not the case. So Shubham, if you're feeling sleepy, are you feeling sleepy? Actually, we should say that. So what is the meaning of feeling sleepy? Little muscle. नींद आ रहा है क्या? Surya, what about you? Tell us something. Tell us something similar to what Ranveer said. Is Ranveer in your class?